Hi Daily Nights, it's Mrs. Lesperance here again for another read aloud. Today we will be reading A Pocket for Corduroy, written and illustrated by Don Freeman. Joining us will be my sons Ryan and Landon. As I ask them questions, please think about how you might answer those questions or make the same predictions I'm asking them to make. We hope you enjoy this book. A Pocket for Corduroy by Don Freeman. What do you think this will be about?
He's getting a pocket, maybe.
Who's gonna get a pocket?
Gorman.
Corman? What do you think, Ryan?
That's his name.
He's gonna get a pocket for Corduroy.
For Corduroy.
I
Who's
don't know
Corduroy?
his
The teddy bear.
Oh, the teddy bear. Yeah, because that's what it's a picture of.
I didn't
Good.
know his name.
So did you know Don Freeman was the illustrator and the author? What does that mean?
That means he wrote the words in the book and he drew the pictures.
He wrote the words in the book and he drew the pictures?
Yeah.
That's correct. Late one summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. Lisa carried along her toy bear, Corduroy. The laundromat was a very busy place at this hour. Now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. What are these little marks that you see at the end?
They are what people are saying in the book.
It is what people are saying in the book, but do you know what they're called?
Not really. A double comma?
Looks like a double comma. That's called a quotation mark. You didn't know that?
No.
Huh, I'm surprised. Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up his ears. Lisa's mother was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." What do we see again?
Oh, the
What are they
quotation
called?
mark.
Quotation marks.
Oh, no,
Quotation
so
marks.
close.
Pockets, said Corduroy to himself. I don't have a pocket. What, does he have any pockets under his overalls?
No.
No.
Sometimes they do have pockets, but not all the time.
He slid off the chair. I must go find something to make a pocket out of, he said, and he began to look around. Oh, what do you think he's going to do? Where do you think he's going to look around?
At the knitting station.
At the knitting station?
Oh, wait. Why would there be a knitting station?
I don't know. First, he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color. What colors and sizes do you see?
Pink, yellow,
A little bit of blue and green.
What do you think is wrong with the size?
they're way too big.
What
Yeah.
makes you think they're too big?
Because they're really
They're way-
ginormous.
They're way
And
bigger.
he's just way down here really tiny.
So compared to his size, they look very large.
The dude's chatting. I don't know what they're chatting about right
Yeah,
there.
they're like, hey, I'm going to get you something.
Then he saw a huge stack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in there to make a pocket out of, he said. Without hesitating, he climbed into the bag, which was filled with pieces of wet laundry. Do you know what hesitating means? It said without hesitating, he climbed into the bag.
Without basically being worried, I think.
Okay, so he didn't worry, he just jumped right in and did it?
Yeah, I think.
Let's say that I was going to jump over this huge crack in the sidewalk, but I hesitated. Did I do it right away?
No. You waited a couple seconds.
I waited a little bit, or I paused. So to hesitate means to
Wait for a sec.
wait
Yeah.
or pause. Very good.
Yeah.
The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. This must be a cave, he said. I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave.
Thinks he
Why
thinks
do
a
you think
bag
that?
is a cave
Why would a bear might want to live in a dark, damp cave?
because they live there for hibernation.
And
Yeah, real bears live in caves. Maybe not teddy bears, but actual bears, huh? Poor Corduroy was damp all over. What does damp mean?
What?
Wet? Is wet the same
Oh,
as
wait.
damp?
You're confusing me from do not questioning voice.
Well, does damp mean wet or dry or something in between?
You're doing it again.
Oh, like wet and dry at the same time.
Let's see. So he went into a bag of wet laundry and then he became damp.
Oh,
So that gives us a clue that
Out?
it might mean
He
what?
came out.
He came out. What do you think, Ryan?
maybe it was just in the laundry. That's maybe why the bag was damp.
But what does damp mean?
Like, in a sort of way, it's like wet and dry. Like when like after you get out of the pool and then use a towel on you, you're still kind of wet in a way.
You would be what?
Damp.
Damp. Yeah. So it's wet, but not soaking wet. So you know when you have a washcloth and you get it wet under the faucet?
Yeah.
So it's really wet, and then when you squeeze it out, then my washcloth would be damp. So still
Oh.
kind of wet, but not soaking wet or dripping wet
I
like
get it.
usual. You get it? The least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying, said the man. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. What do you think of that guy?
Nice.
Yeah, he's
really
a pretty
nice.
nice guy.
Oh, wait, that was the dude in the previous pictures.
It is. Good observation. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around, but the artist became inspired. This would make a wonderful painting, he said, as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors. I can hardly wait to get back to my studio. What do you see again here?
The
What kind of marks are those called?
coordinate marks.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks, very good. Later, when Lisa looked for her bear, he was gone. Oh, Mommy, she cried, Corduroy isn't here where I left him. I'm sorry, honey, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon, and we must be getting home. Uh-oh, how does Lisa feel?
Sad.
How do you know?
Because she looks sad.
And she's saying, and also she was worried that Corduroy was gone, and she said, "Oh no!"
As they left, a young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his wet laundry out of a bag. The very bag Corduroy had discovered. What's a beret?
Like a little hat that the artist wears.
Yeah.
That has like a tiny point on it.
Yeah, like that little flat hat the artist is wearing. Good. Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed together with all of the sheets, shirts, shorts, and slacks. Ooh, all those S's together. We call those alliteration. Inside the dryer. But just as the artist was shutting the glass door, Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. How in thunder did that bear ever get mixed up with all my things, the artist wondered. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling and the man gathered up all the clothes. Then he helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time! Everybody out!" Corduroy was gently placed on top of the washing machine. I wonder who that bear belongs to, said the artist as he was leaving. He should have his name someplace. He's too fine a fellow to be lost. As soon as the lights were turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white glowing in the dark. Maybe it's snow, he said. I've always wanted to play in the snow. Do you think that was really snow?
No.
What do you think it was?
Washing powder.
Washing powder?
Soap.
They call it laundry detergent.
Soap.
Laundry detergent or laundry soap, yes. He accidentally tipped over the open-lidded box, and suddenly he was covered with soft, slippery soap flakes. Gradually, Corduroy began to slip and slide. Oh, what fun, he said with a smile. I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside. He landed paws first in an empty laundry basket. This must be a cage, he said, peeking through the bars. I've never wanted to live inside a cage like a bear in the zoo. But by now, Corduroy felt drowsy, and soon he nodded off to sleep. What does drowsy mean?
It means sleepy.
Sleepy or tired? Yeah. Next morning, when the manager came to open the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. I left something here yesterday, she explained. May I look around? Certainly, said the manager. My customers are always leaving things. Lisa was searching under the chairs and in back of the washing machines when she heard the manager call her. Is this what you're looking for, señorita? What is a señorita?
Oh, little girl.
Like a little girl? It's actually like ma'am, but to a younger girl. Yeah, in Spanish. In Spanish, very good.
Jinx.
Yes, he's my best friend, shouted Lisa. She reached in and picked Corduroy out of the basket. So this is where you've been, you little rascal, she said. It's time I took you home. Lisa thanked the manager and ran down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. I thought I told you to wait for me, she said. Why did you wander away? I went looking for a pocket, Corduroy said. Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me you wanted a pocket? Asked Lisa. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. And here is a card I've made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside, she said. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name tucked inside, said Corduroy, as he and Lisa nuzzled noses. Do you think this book is fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
What makes you think that?
Stuffed bears can't talk.
Yeah, he was talking. He said that
And
he
they
wanted
can't
a
move.
pocket. And they can't get up and move on their own. Yeah, good job. Thanks for reading with me. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed A Pocket for Corduroy. We'll see you next time. Les Prances, out.